Imagine a machine so powerful that people willingly spend nearly 20 years of their lives inside it. Not because they're forced, because society tells them it's normal. This machine decides when you wake up, what you study, who you spend time with, how success is measured, how failure is measured, and eventually, what kind of future you believe is possible. For most people, no institution shapes their life more than this machine. We call it school. Now, before anyone gets angry, let's be clear. School is one of humanity's greatest inventions. Literacy exploded because of it. Science advanced because of it. Entire nations became more prosperous because of it. Without education, modern civilization would not exist. But that's not the question. The question is, what problem was school originally designed to solve? To answer that, we need to go back 200 years, back to the Industrial Revolution. Factories were appearing everywhere. Cities were growing. Production was exploding. For the first time in history, businesses needed millions of workers who could operate inside large systems. People who could arrive on time, follow instructions, repeat processes, work within schedules. And when you look at school, something interesting appears. Rows, schedules, bells, subjects, standardized tests, performance measurements. Bell rings, start. Bell rings, stop. Bell rings, change activity. Bell rings, go home. The similarities between schools and factories weren't accidental. Both were designed for the same world, a world that valued reliability, repetition, and standardization. And, to be fair, it worked extremely well. Millions escaped poverty. Entire economies grew. Technology advanced faster than ever before. The problem is not that school failed. The problem is that the world changed, and it changed faster than the system. Today, information is everywhere. A teenager with a smartphone has access to more knowledge than entire universities possessed a century ago. Think about that. For most of human history, information was scarce. Today, it is infinite. The bottleneck is no longer access to information. The bottleneck is attention. And that's where things get interesting, because most people think school is expensive because of money. Tuition, books, fees, debt. But money might not be the biggest cost. Time might be. Let's do some math. 12 years of school, 4 years of university, maybe another 2 years of graduate study. 18 years, over 15,000 hours, possibly much more. Now ask yourself a strange question. What else could a human do with 15,000 hours? Learn multiple languages, build several businesses, master a craft, write books, create thousands of videos, develop software, travel the world. This doesn't mean school is a waste, far from it. It means there is something we almost never measure: opportunity cost. Every hour spent doing one thing is an hour not spent doing something else. And that raises a difficult question. What exactly are we optimizing for? Good grades, compliance, memorization, credentials, or actual capability? Because those things are not always the same. History is filled with people who learned outside traditional systems. Inventors, scientists, artists, entrepreneurs, creators. Not because they rejected learning, because they became obsessed with learning. There is a difference. The internet changed the rules. For the first time in history, almost anyone can learn almost anything. A teenager can learn programming, video editing, marketing, business, design, artificial intelligence, without ever entering a classroom. And now AI is accelerating that shift. For 200 years, education worked like this: learn information, perform information, get rewarded. But AI changes the equation, because AI can increasingly perform information-based tasks. So what remains valuable? Judgment, creativity, curiosity, communication, adaptability, attention. Notice something strange. Those are the skills that are hardest to standardize. And yet they may become the most important skills of the future. The average person today will probably reinvent themselves multiple times. Not just jobs, themselves. The career you start with may not exist 30 years from now. The tools will change, the industries will change, the economy will change, and nobody knows exactly how. Not governments, not companies, not schools, not AI. Nobody. Which means education can no longer be something that ends at graduation. It has to become a lifelong process. Maybe the future belongs to people who can learn faster than everyone else. Maybe curiosity becomes more valuable than credentials. Maybe adaptability becomes more valuable than certainty. Maybe learning how to learn becomes more important than what you learned. And if that's true, then the most valuable thing school can teach isn't math, or history, or science. It's curiosity. Because curiosity survives technological change. Curiosity survives economic change. Curiosity survives uncertainty. Curiosity is the engine that keeps learning alive long after the classroom disappears. School may be one of humanity's greatest inventions, but the people who thrive in the future will understand something even more powerful. Learning never graduates. And the moment you stop learning is the moment someone else starts building the future without you.